Well, hello everyone. Welcome to LA Dodger Report. No Dodgers baseball today, but there's still some Dodger things that we can talk about, right? So, let's see what's happening with Dodgers who are coming back from rehab and what the team is going to look like very, very soon. Tonight, Adrian Gonzalez and Andre Ethier are both going to be playing for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. So they're getting ready to come back and join the Dodgers. A-Gon and Captain Clutch both played on Saturday. How did they do last Saturday? Well, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The good news is that Adrian played all 9 innings at first base. And the not so good news is that both A-Gon and Ethier combined for 0-for-7 over the game. Andre Ethier was the DH, and he came up 0-for-3. So A-Gon came up 0-for-4 on Saturday. Not so great at the plate, but just keep it coming, man. Just keep on coming. We'll see how they do tonight. If you're out in Rancho Cucamonga, get out there and catch the boys on their rehab game and cheer them on. What else is happening? Clayton Kershaw is improving and on schedule. He's going to be throwing a simulated game, I believe today or tomorrow. So look for that to happen. He's already thrown a bullpen. His simulated game will be 2 innings, and we look for progress to continue. When he gets back, the further changes that'll be taking place, not exactly right away, but once again, what they're looking for is what's going to happen with Ryu and Maeda. Considering everybody stays healthy, Ryu or Maeda, and very possibly both Maeda and Ryu will go into the bullpen. So how's that going to play out? Well, I was listening to Ned Coletti on the radio, and he had some good things to say, at least as far as information goes, and it made a lot of sense. He talked about when you're looking for a pitcher to come out of the bullpen, very often they're coming in to put out a fire. There's already men on base, or the inning is somehow in trouble. And then, of course, you also have just coming in to start a clean inning, but you don't always have that option. And what you are looking for out of a pitcher there is a guy that comes and hits the mound running and is pounding the strike zone and is not giving up hits and runs right away, like a slow starter kind of guy. You don't want that coming out of the bullpen. And unfortunately, that's what Maeda is looking like these days. He's looking like a guy that gets pounded just like he did in yesterday's game in the first inning. He gave up a home run, and his second run was unearned that he gave up in the first inning. It came up unearned because of a throwing error by JT over at third base. And let's face it, you just have to come out gangbusters out of the bullpen. So Maeda might not be that guy that we look for. Ryu usually comes out strong and comes out ready for action. So look for Ryu to be the quick guy out of the bullpen, and for Maeda to be like a long reliever if there's some kind of a blowout or we need a spot start. That's what I think is going to happen with those guys. Walker Buehler, one last little Dodger note. Walker Buehler, who I did not want to see traded back at the trade deadline and who the Dodgers thankfully held on to, is pitching very well down in the minors. Look for Buehler to get pulled up and join the bullpen in the late call-ups that'll be happening in September. His last outing, he did very well. He pitched 2 innings and struck out 5. So Buehler is looking great. He'll probably come up and get some time in the bullpen. So things are going to get crowded. Oh, speaking of crowded, when A-Gon and Ethier return, look for decisions to be made about Jock Peterson and Forsyth. Both guys are probably going to make the postseason roster. I'm not looking for them to get bumped off the roster. But if Jock Peterson continues to be as cold as he is, look for him to maybe do some time in the minors for a couple of weeks to get his swing back in play. Look for him and Forsyth to get less playing time because Forsyth has started to scratch the surface and started to get a little better as a hitter, but he's still not quite there yet. He's still only banging singles. Uh, their defense, Forsyth and Jock Peterson, are the saving graces for them, so that's keeping them playing. But we're going to need those bats down the line, that's for sure. So that's it for Dodger updates. Uh, Moving on to part 2 of our video is going to be today's beer review. This comes from Redlands, kind of sort of local Southern California anyway. Driving distance for me, but it is a little far out. But Hangar 24, we've got Chocolate Bomber here. Huh? This should be pretty good. This is a seasonal that they make out of Hangar 24. If you haven't been out there to that brewery, they've got a really nice small size brewery going there. It's across the street from a small Redlands Airport, I believe is the name. It's a small airport, and you can kick back outside and sample their beers and watch the little planes come in and take off. It's a nice afternoon. All right, so we're going to try Chocolate Bomber from Hangar 24. Let's see how this beer shakes out today. It's made with chocolate nibs, whatever a nib is, I don't know, like a little piece of chocolate, I guess, maybe. Made with chocolate nibs and whole vanilla beans. There you go. Small head, very dark, really dark beer. Let's get a taste on this. Doesn't smell very powerful, but I smell faint hints of the cocoa, of the chocolate. Let's taste this. Mmm. Wow. Oh, that's pretty good. You know, it's a strong alcohol. It's an 8%er, and unfortunately, I can feel the burn of the big alcohol in this beer. And what I mean by that is that the alcohol flavor is pushed up a little bit, and it's a little harsh, more than I would like. Chocolate wise, I can taste malt, like a dark roasted malt with some chocolate on top of it, on the far back of my tongue. And it's got a long lingering aftertaste. That lingering aftertaste, though, unfortunately, is part alcohol. So that's one small little check off. It's not as chocolatey or as vanilla beany as I would have expected from what they wrote about on the bottle here. Something else about Chocolate Bomber is it's made in honor, see if you can see that, it's made in honor of the bomber runs that they made in Berlin after World War II. They dropped chocolate on East Berlin after they built the wall. So America went over and dropped probably other things besides chocolate, but this is commemorating the chocolate bars that they did drop. Hence the name Chocolate Bomber. Hence the big powerful alcohol. And because it comes from not a great time of humanity, maybe that's why it has a little bit of the alcohol burn. All right. So no Dodgers today. Take a break. Thanks a lot for coming and watching the video. Thanks for sharing a beer with me today. And we'll see you next time on LA Dodger Report. Peace.